Hey everybody, PatBenage here, the evolution coach, author of this inspirational blog SoulTalk, and creator of the 6-Week Shift and the Inner Path. And welcome. I'm here today actually going to talk about something that has been, it's been a theme here for a while for me. And I've talked about different aspects of it. And, it's just, it's still present for me. And so whatever's present, that's what kind of comes through for you guys. And so I actually just gave a talk at the spiritual awareness community here in Central Oregon a week ago. And the talk was on purpose, prosperity, and peace, and how those three things are linked together, and how to take advantage of that link. And I actually videoed it, but the video didn't come out very well, but the audio really came out well. So what I'm going to do is actually offer that audio as a free download. So look for that in the near future. I haven't put it up anywhere yet, but that's going to come out. So be something that, I think some valuable stuff came out of that. I had some good interaction from some of the people that were there, and it stimulated some good conversation. And, I think it'd be beneficial for anybody really to listen to that. So be on the lookout. But some of the things that came up through that, and also things that have been kind of coming up over the last month or so, are still, like I said, they're still really present for me. And I'm wanting to just, I guess, offer a little bit more clarity on this whole subject of purpose and truth and what we believe, and how those things play out in our lives. And, how maybe this bit of insight that seems to still be flowing through me, maybe it's going to be helpful for you. I mean, maybe not, but maybe it will. Maybe there's some gem in here that will get you over the hump in something that you're dealing with at present. Maybe it'll just spark something in you to jet you forward a little bit. Or maybe it's just good information to have. I don't know. I never have really expectations for what comes out here, but it's just, I feel like it's a gift that comes through me, and so I freely offer that as a gift. And so what occurred to me this morning as I was doing my contemplation, and as most of you know, I usually record these on the Saturday before they come out, which is today, the 16th of December. And so what occurred to me this morning, in still thinking along the lines of purpose, is that, and one of the things I talked about was purpose is just now. Purpose is not something in the future. Purpose is not anything that exists beyond right now. There may be, I suspect that there is, but there may be this underlying purpose that we come in with as soul, that soul has a purpose in this life that is driving and contributing to the momentum of my life. But when we're actually talking about fulfilling our purpose in this life, I can only do that right in the present moment. I can only do it in the present moment. And I can only do it relative to whatever is showing up. And so I think we got a lot of ideas the other day about what individuals thought their purpose was, and that could be to helping others, or it might be to be a teacher, it might be whatever it is. There's all sorts of individual purposes, and yours is specific to you. But you can only fulfill that purpose in the present moment. You can't do it tomorrow, because when you get to tomorrow, then tomorrow is the present moment. So it's only in the present moment that you have the opportunity to fulfill your purpose. And so there it becomes a choice. There it becomes a choice. Am I going to put off living my purpose, fulfilling my purpose, or am I going to do something now? Am I waiting for the circumstances in my life to show up that that says, okay, this matches what I think my purpose is, and so now's my time. So I think a lot of us get stuck in waiting for the right time to live our purpose. We're waiting or preparing to live and fulfill our purpose, but tomorrow may never come. We don't know what's going to happen in the next moment. But so purpose is only right now. And what I've discovered as part of that is that as I focus my attention on right now and whatever's showing up, and if I live my purpose, how I view that is that my purpose is living my truth. Whatever that is in right now, whatever I believe that to be, whatever I hope that is, whatever it is for me in this moment, whatever that truth is, it's living that. That's my purpose, to live, to be who I am fully and completely right now. And to be that in the relationship to whatever is showing up for me. So I can try to manipulate all of the circumstances in my life to create an opportunity to fulfill and live my truth and my purpose as I see it, ideally, but that's a lot of work to try to organize life to fit your view of what you need to live your truth, to live your purpose. When all you really need is to do it, to live it. Nike says, just do it. Just live your purpose right now, relative to whatever is showing up. Whatever's showing up, it's giving you the opportunity to live a particular aspect of your truth, to fulfill this particular piece of your purpose right now, in this moment. That opportunity might never show up again. This might be your one chance to fulfill this particular aspect of your purpose, of your truth. And so you got to live it right now. You got to live it now. There might not be a tomorrow. It's too late for yesterday. Live it now. Live your truth, who you are. And what I've also found about that is that as I do that, as I focus my attention on the present moment, and I bring my attention to my truth as clearly and as completely as I can imagine it in this moment, if I'm bringing that full attention and my full self to the moment and living my purpose relative to whatever's showing up the best I can, what happens is the opportunities begin to grow. Whatever you focus on, whatever you give your attention to, it grows. It expands, it evolves. And so if I do that, if I'm focusing my attention on my truth, then my truth expands. And I get to see and have the opportunity to live a greater aspect of my truth. And therefore fulfill a larger amount or a larger percentage of my purpose. It gives me a greater capacity, a greater opportunity to live my purpose. And so purpose is not something that I can manipulate the outside stuff to make it, show up in the right way so that I can fulfill my purpose. It's by fulfilling my purpose relative to whatever is showing up that more shows up to give me a greater opportunity to live that purpose and do so in a more complete way. This is how we create our experience. I mean, we create it in this way all the time, but if we focus on what our truth is, if we focus on living and fulfilling our purpose right now, if we do that and we do that as diligently as possible, I certainly don't do it 100%. I don't know anybody that does, but the more you do it, the more life shows up with greater opportunities for you to do it, to fulfill your greater purpose. And so, for me, this is what life is all about. Everything else, everything will unfold out of my focusing and my attention on my truth and on living and fulfilling my purpose in the moment. There's absolutely nothing else to be concerned with. There's nothing else that deserves my attention more than that. In fact, if I could hold my attention there all the time, that would be perfect. See what you think. Let that sink in a little bit. Read the summary below, watch the video again, listen to it, whatever. I think that it's these things, they're powerful insights. I know they are for me, and I'm betting for many of you, there's some really powerful stuff in this simple concept of purpose is right now. It's so simple. Not saying it's easy. I will never tell you it's easy. It requires effort. It requires diligence. It requires perseverance. It requires a willingness to commit yourself to this. But if you do, there are no limits. There are no limits. So, thanks for showing up again. This is me living my purpose right here. I don't know that I have other than maybe when I'm with clients, I don't know whether I have a greater experience personally of doing that. And yet, in every single moment during the day, I also have that opportunity. And it's my challenge to myself to find that that something greater in those ordinary moments. Find that amazing grace in that ordinary moment. So, again, thanks for being here. We're here about a week before Christmas. Next week I'll talk about Christmas. It'll come out on Christmas Day. And for those of you that celebrate the solstice, either summer or winter, depending on which hemisphere you're in, blessings to you. Anybody that celebrates Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah, and whatever else you celebrate. Or if you don't celebrate anything, celebrate family, celebrate life, whatever. Take the opportunity in this season to celebrate something. And love you all. See you next week.